everyone, welcome back to the Catholic Homestead. I'm Ava and this is my grandma. Today we're going to be harvesting our crop of dandelions.
Right, we had a stellar crop. So much for being mediocre gardeners.
Yeah, they just sprouted.
We excelled at dandelions, right? And they're very useful and we can do lots of things with them. So we're going to actually harvest them. It's a little windy outside. We were going to go outside amongst the dandelions and talk, but if we talk outside in the wind, you won't be able to hear us, will you?
No.
Right. So we're going to go out there and we're going to what's the word I'm looking for?
Harvest?
Well, harvest. Yeah. We're going to get some helpers. There's a word for that, and it's escaped me. Like a lot of things escape me in life. But anyway, we're going to go out and we're going to I want that word. Engage and we're going to not enlist. Okay, the word is enlist. I got the word. It's enlist. Okay, all right, never mind. Okay, so all right, guys, we're here. We're going to go out there and we're going to enlist some little helpers to help us pick all these dandelions and harvest our amazing crop. No more mediocreness for us. We have excelled in dandelions. Let's go, guys. Let's go outside.
I'm recording.
Guys. We fed our crew on popcorn and freezies, and now we're ready to go out and harvest the dandelions. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, come on. Let's go. Everybody go over there. Pick up the dandelions. Wait a minute, we want the heads.
Only the heads, guys. Only these ones, the yellow. How we doing, bud? How's everybody doing? Good.
Okay, guys, here we are. Our little helpers have managed to pick us the great looking crop. Look at these nice baskets full of dandelions. Beautiful. And they said we couldn't grow anything.
Yeah.
We showed them.
We showed them.
We
Three
got-
buckets of dandelions.
And 3 buckets of dandelions. So now we got to get ready to harvest our dandelions. We didn't mention, I don't think, what we're going to do with these dandelions.
No, we didn't.
We're going to make a salve, an ointment for achy muscles and arthritis. So we have someone who suffers from arthritis in this house, so we're going to make her a nice dandelion salve. That word's a little hard to say. It salve. So anyway, so here we are. So Ava and I have got to pick apart these dandelions. So we only want the leaves, right? So we're going to go into the bud there, and we're going to break the bud apart. And then we're going to gently pull out the leaves. Just the petals, not the leaves. Sorry, I'm calling them leaves and they're petals. So we're going to gently pull out the petals, right? We don't want the
green.
The green. Yeah, let's move this over here. So we're going to do this to all these dandelions. Did you want to help, Cecilia?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you come over here. You can sit down. My little niece is here, one of my little nieces who's eagerly watching us. And you know what? The more hands, the better, right? There you go. You take one. Right, but the bonus about this is that it's actually free, right? A lot of times when we're, having to make something, we have to spend the money to buy the product. And dandelions are everywhere, free for the taking. Everybody says, come take our dandelions, right?
A dandelion.
And we only have a short season. By the end of May, the dandelions will be gone. So everything that you want to make with your dandelions, and there is a lot to make with dandelions. We can make
Dandelion tea.
Dandelion tea, yeah, that's right. We can make wine.
Is this the bucket?
We can make salad. The leaves of the dandelion are apparently quite edible.
I can't believe it. Fresh wild greens? Frank, where did you ever? Go ahead, dig in.
Well, I personally have never ate them.
That just sounds gross.
I know it doesn't sound great, but I mean, really, what is lettuce but a leaf, right?
Yeah.
We eat it all the time. What is spinach but another leaf in the ground?
I guess.
Yeah, so one day when we're starving, we'll be happy to get a dandelion leaf. We're going to dry these just slightly because we don't want any moisture in our salve. So these were picked. It was quite sunny out there, very windy, and we haven't had any rain for a long time, but you do get the morning dew. We want to dry them up a little bit, not too much because we don't want it to go to seed. So what we're going to do, we're putting it on this pan, and then we're going to take, once our pan is full, I'm going to pop it in the oven at 220 for like 5 minutes. Just to get all the, to get the moisture out without it going to seed. I've seen people put this in their dehydrators, if you have a dehydrator, and they dehydrate the dandelion leaves, and then they use them for all sorts of products. Not leaves, I keep calling them leaves, but they're the petals. We're taking the petal, not the leaf. The flower part.
3 days later. Thousands of tears later. Several months later. Approximately 10 hours later.
We can just fast forward through this. Okay, here we are. We're ready for step 2. We picked our dandelions and we actually did dry them. I'm not entirely sure that I'm liking the outcome of our dried dandelions, because what happened when we dried them is that they went to seed. So these are dried, but they've gone to seed. Do you see how that white in there?
Yeah, that's seed.
Like, yeah, that's the seed, when they have that.
Yeah, the blue ones.
And you can blow them. And it's fun for kids to do, but I'm not entirely sure we want that. I think we may have lost some of the value of the dandelion in this by it going to seed, right?
Yeah. Because it's not dandelion anymore.
Yeah, well, it's dried, now it's seed, right? So what I am going to do though is I think I'm going to make 2 batches. I'm going to do one with this that it's already gone to seed, and one with
the good stuff.
With the good stuff. Now, why we dried it is because we don't really want a lot of moisture in this, so I thought that drying it would help.
Would take out the moisture.
Would take out the moisture.
Aren't you supposed to leave it for like a week or something?
Well, we dried it in the oven, and if we leave it for a week, no. Once we put the oil in, we leave it for a week.
Then we leave it.
Then we leave it for a week. Okay, so why don't you fill up maybe halfway of the dandelion here, and we're going to do it. After this is done, we may do a little, which is better,
Is that good or?
the dried, because I'm going to do both. Okay.
Push it down.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Here, fill it up good. We want lots of dandelion in there. And then we're going to fill our jar up with sweet almond oil.
Is that enough dandelion?
Yeah, that's good.
I'm out of dandelion.
Okay, here you are,
Gonna have to be
dandelions.
enough.
It's going to be enough. Okay, so we're going to fill this up with sweet almond oil. There we go. Sweet almond oil. There we go. I want to make a whole bunch of this stuff, so I don't care. I got this sweet almond oil on Amazon. Here we go. This here, I had the presence of mind to do this about a little less than 2 weeks ago. I can't remember the exact date. But I already soaked a whole bunch of dandelion leaves, and I didn't actually dry them. I did them right from fresh. But I thought I'd dry them this time, but I'm not liking. Here, we'll put a little more here. Leave some headroom in here, because as this sits, the oil will kind of spill out of these jars in the warm. Here, pick up that pot down there. Oops. So now we're going to drain our infused oil, dandelion oil. So this here, so we put it in the jar here, and we set this aside in a dark place to sit for anywhere from 9 days to 2 weeks. You don't want to over-sit it because it can go bad, right? It can go moldy.
Yeah.
So we don't want that to happen. This here, and I put it in a dark place, and then every once in a while I turn it upside down. Get the juices in there flowing like this. Right? So now we have a dandelion infused oil. We're gonna pour it. Oh, we're gonna pour it into there.
It's just like that time we did the honey with all the cheesecloth.
Yeah.
And we just had buckets and buckets and buckets of
We
honey.
had, but well, what had happened with the honey was, it was wild and it was a mess, right? And we had to scrape it. So what we had to do, we had all these dead bees in there. It was a real mess. So we had to strain all the honey. We had to strain it. So anyway, this is what we're doing here. We're going to strain this. Let that sit for a little bit, and we're going to strain it. Get all that good oil out of there. Get some more oil out of here. Squeeze it. This is cheese. What we've done here, this I didn't explain. This is cheesecloth. So we're going to get all that. Look at all this. We got to get it all out. We don't want to leave any of it behind. You know, good thing dandelions are free, but the oil isn't.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't overly expensive. I can't remember how much I paid for it. But we want to squeeze all that juice out of there. All that oil out of our dandelions. I probably was holding that right over your face.
Yeah.
There we go. Now once we get it all squeezed out, now we're going to go head over to the sink and we're going to turn our infused dandelion oil. There it is. There we go. There's our infused dandelion oil. So let's go, Ava, let's head over to the stove and let's turn this into our salve, whatever. Somebody should, well actually, I mean, we could look it up in the dictionary and find out what the correct pronunciation for that word is.
In British English, it is normally pronounced as salve, salve, pretty straightforward. However, in American English, the L is silent and not pronounced. Therefore, it is usually said as salve, salve.
But there we go. Okay, guys, let's go over to the kitchen. We are, Ava. We're back in the kitchen, and we're ready to put our salve together.
Salve.
You looked it up?
Salve.
Salve. Okay, salve. It's the weirdest sounding word to me. I prefer the word balm. But anyway, so let's. So here we go. We ended up with. I measured it out. We ended up with 2 cups of infused dandelion avocado oil. That's what we used, right? It was avocado oil. It's been so long, I forgot. Why don't you go over there and get it? Go get the jar. I forgot. Okay, we're great. We forget things faster than Bob's your uncle.
We were kind of close to what it was.
Oh, it's almond oil, right? It was almond oil, not avocado oil. Almond oil. But I do believe they're all interchangeable. I do believe they are. Like you can, if you don't have almond oil, you can use avocado oil. I mean, you can use a light virgin oil, but this is probably the best. Okay, so here we go. So what we're going to do is we have a double boiler on the stove. I'm just going to bring it over here into shot.
What is a double boiler?
Well, a double boiler is 2 pots in one, and so that what you're making is not directly on the heat. So I've got water in here that's not quite boiling yet, but it is going to boil over there on the stove. It's really hot, and I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our avocado oil. Now we had 2 cups of oil, so the recipe is for half a cup.
Right, but you want to double it?
That's quadruple it.
Oh.
Learn your fractions, your math, right? So, so for half a cup, we're going to put half an ounce of beeswax pellets in. So here we go. And again, I've quadrupled this, so it's not half an ounce. I actually have 2 ounces in there. And the same for I got coconut butter here, right? So 2 ounces of coconut butter. And you're going to mix and melt that together. Now, if you don't have coconut butter, you can use shea butter. And we're just going to gently melt that together. So in order for us to do that, we got to put it back on the stove. All right, this won't take very long because the pellets are very tiny. So they'll melt relatively fast. Now what we're doing, if you saw, just a little bit of, so we have this oil. So what we want is, because this is a balm, we want it to be solid, right? So putting the beeswax in is what's going to turn our oil into something that is no longer oil, but it's solid. So here we have our beeswax is all melted, and with our oil, our dandelion infused oil, and our coconut butter. And we have one more thing to add into it, and that is some essential oil to make it smell nice. Now I pick lavender, but you can pick any kind, right?
Yeah.
Any kind of this. I'm going to go with about 20 drops.
20 drops.
Did you want to do it? Did you want to put 20 drops in there? And then we're going to smell and see if it smells. You got to, oh, it is coming out. Okay, good. Does that smell powerful enough to you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that smells good. So lavender has really nice qualities too, to help with headaches and medicinal purposes too. So lavender is a great choice. You want to pick a scent that also has like lemon balm, or peppermint is also a good one with good qualities for headaches and aches and pains and stuff like that.
Yep.
So anyway, so here we are. We have this. It's all ready to go. We're going to pour it back into our measuring cup. Probably won't fit all in there. And then we're going to pour it into our little containers. Here's our little containers. These are little 4-ounce containers. I bought them on Amazon. But we have to prepare our container first. And what I got here is a little bit of vodka.
Yuck.
Yuck, vodka. What did you call this? A house of?
A temperance house.
A temperance house.
I am the president of the Temperance Union. We will drink tea in this house while I am in it, and tea only.
Let me assure you, it is not a temperance house, because I had to go to my mother's liquor cabinet and find this vodka, right? And I'm going to tell you something. The church doesn't ban alcohol. Drunkenness is a sin, but alcohol, they've never, tried to do away with alcohol like in the Prohibition. That was a Protestant thing. It wasn't a Catholic thing. And there's reasons why the Catholic Church does not ban alcohol. A lot of reasons. And as I've gotten older, I found out for a lot of reasons. It has a great medicinal purpose, especially for the elderly. Like my mother, like they have lots of aches and pains. I had a grandfather who didn't touch a drop of alcohol. Well, he did. He had one drink at the bowling banquet. But as he got older, he really enjoyed Kahlua in his coffee. And it's mostly because they have a lot of aches and pains. And just having that little nip of alcohol really can take the edge off of the pains, right? It really is pretty medicinal. Like, so, those jokes, the hillbilly jokes where they have the moonshine, Granny, I mean like the Beverly Hillbillies, Granny had the moonshine, right? And it was all about her, she called it her medicine, and it was like a joke.
Cooking, Granny.
Done cooked and cooled. That's my spring tonic. Now go ahead, help yourself.
Well, I tell you, Granny, you ought to go first. It's your tonic.
Yeah. I have been feeling a little stove up lately. Little achy in the joints and not too spry.
Well, probably city living.
Probably. Well, here's looking at you, Jed.
Granny, you ain't looking at me.
But literally, for the elderly people, it is a very good medicine. It is very good for them to have, maybe a beer a day, or, a glass of wine, or shots of Kahlua. Like, they're not getting drunk, but they're taking the edge away from their pains, because as you get older, you certainly get a lot of pains. And in this case, we're sterilizing our jars. So because we've made this with the dandelions, we don't want, we want to stop mold from happening, right?
Right.
So the vodka in here. So we're just gonna want to just swish it around. You swish it around each little cup. Here, we'll get it all out, and then I'm gonna pour it in. I'm gonna pour into a little 4-ounce cup. Good, that was an easy pour. There we go. Okay. We'll see how many of these we get. 4 ounces, 2 cups. I'm gonna guess. Well, we have more than 2 cups. We have more over here because we added that beeswax and the coconut butter. See, you can see here it's already starting to. I'm actually gonna put that over the boiling water just for a minute because it's already getting solidifying. So, where's that one go you had? This one?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. We got what? 7 little things. So we're gonna let this will take, I think, probably somewhere about half an hour to solidify, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna put a little bit on our body. Maybe give some to Grandma instead of the vodka. She can use a little dandelion ointment for her arthritis.
Is that a fact?
She's gonna try it out for us. Okay, guys. See you in a bit.
Yep.
Well, here we are, guys. We're back with our finished product. It's all solidified. Look at that. I put a little tiny little pinch of dandelion leaf.
Yeah, I can see.
It's in the top, right? Can you see my little pinch?
Yep.
I decorated it up. Did you say, Ava? Ooh, professional.
Yeah, I did. I was like, ooh, looks professional.
Right? That's what we do. We make it professional. Okay, we've got this nice, so we haven't got anything to put it on, but we'll try it out anyway. I'm a little hesitant about putting that little bit of dandelion on there, even though it looks professional, because I'm afraid, you know, that it will mold.
Yeah.
You know, if it hangs around. I mean, I don't really think it will.
It's just dandelion.
It's
How
just
could it mold?
Well, if there's moisture, right? Moisture. So this says, you know, you're pretty good. It's good for about 3 months. I'm going to keep it in the fridge. I think it's good for a lot longer than 3 months if I keep it in the fridge. And we've got lots more to make. So here, from our stellar crop,
Yeah.
we are excellent dandelion farmers, that's for sure.
Not just
We
dandelion.
exceeded our expectations at this. So I'm sure that we could make a lot more stuff. We got so many dandelions, maybe soap or I don't know.
Soap would be cool.
Soap would be cool. There's so many. Dandelions is supposed to be one of like the best plants out there. Try a little bit.
On my hand?
Yeah. Yeah, like a hand cream, right? It's still a little bit. I think it'll get harder if I put it in the. What do you think?
Good.
Mmm.
Smells good too.
It does. It smells. The mixture of the lavender and the dandelion.
Yeah.
Mmm.
It's good.
It's good, guys. So I'm gonna give some of this to my mother, who actually has arthritis, and she's look at it's gonna make my skin nice and soft too.
Yeah.
All those oils will make your skin nice and soft. So regardless of the dandelion, you know, these things are still hand creams or back creams or any kind of cream. They're still a moisturizer made with good stuff. So that's it for us today. Successful dandelion farmers. We've made a successful crop in about anywhere from 9 days to 2 weeks. I'm going to make, by the looks of it, 7 more jars, and this one's not quite full, so we'll say maybe 4 or 5 more jars. And we're going to have a whole lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll use it up. By the way, Voltaren, which my mother buys regularly, was $25 a tube.
Really? Is it a tube like this big?
It was a fair sized tube. I should have seen how many ounces it was. But you know, it wouldn't be more than 4 ounces of product. 6 at tops, right? And this is 4 ounces. So if we could use this instead of Voltaren, we're saving ourselves $25. I mean, we have the cost of probably the most expensive thing in this was the oil. Because we used it, the most of it. Very minimal on the beeswax. I think I bought 2 pounds of beeswax, and we used 4 ounces. What did I say? Yeah, 4 ounces. We used 4 ounces of the two pounds, so that's nothing. That's peanuts, right? And the dandelions, of course, are free, and the coconut butter, which is relatively inexpensive. We only use 4 ounces of it, barely tapped into the jar. So we got pretty cheap compared to Voltaren. Okay, guys, have a good day. And remember, with all your aches and pains, you can still offer them up to God, right? That's what we do with our aches and pains. We give it to God. And nothing is ever wasted. Not the dandelion, not the aches and pains, nothing. All right.
Signing off.
Signing off. See you later. Okay, stop the camera. Give me this thing over here.
There we go.
Those are all yours.
How's that? Good. Hold up your bucket. Good. Hey, there'll be no freezy breaks. You want me to shut the camera off?
Yeah, you can shut the camera off.
Do we have to pick all of these?
Well, good portion. Might as well. Grandma have to make lots of salve. Salve.